Hit the button, love.
Boom!
Let's do a quick walk around with this because there's some cool details I want to show you. Both sides have these panels here where they just have these simple finger screws to remove. I already loosened it just for dramatic effect. You can see it gives you the specs right here. It's got the Tri-Fuel, so we're up to 10,000 on gas, 9,000 on propane, and then 8,100 on natural gas. Obviously with the efficiency going down of the fuel, the wattage goes down a little bit. Look here. This is about customer service, right? They give you right on the device here. They give you the email for technical support as well as a phone or WhatsApp if you need to reach out to somebody with technical support. Let me just pull this off real quick. Like I told you, I pre-unscrewed that. This side here, you can see you got the electric motor for the start, as well as this is where we're gonna put a little oil in it before we light the fires with this. These wheels are so sturdy and they work so well. I wanted to show you this one includes the brake, right? To keep it from rolling if you want, because these things do roll really nice, which is important because this thing is a beast, right? Up here, you can see you have your fuel gauge, and this thing holds a full 8.7 gallons of fuel. That is huge. This is the back end where really all I wanted to show you was a big, huge muffler with a spark arrestor on it, which is always a good plan. Here we go on this side. I already removed that panel so I could show you this quickly. Here is the battery, easy to access there if you need to either charge it, replace it, anything. Air filter if you need to do some maintenance there. Carburetor, engine, spark plug, all right here, super easy to access. It's really well thought out. So if you want to put the handle out, you just simply lift up, clicks into place, locks in. When you want to store it and put it out of the way, lift up a little bit, pull that out and down. That's it. So this side here, you're going to have some of your normal things. I'm going to take all the plastic off and show it to you. You got your gas supply, on, off, engine start. This is going to monitor the systems to give you information. 50 amp breaker, 30 amp breaker, ATS, DC in to charge your battery, 50 amp plug, 30 amp plug, big RV, small RV, 2, 4, 20 amp regular household, GFCI plugs, good safety measure there. Here's your control for the different kinds of fuels. We're going to switch it right now. Let's switch it over here to gasoline because I just put about a gallon of gas in it.
Okay, coming to you live. I'm going to show you how to start this baby. Let's get going. First, you're going to hit the ATS switch on. Then you're going to turn the breakers on. Breaker 1, breaker 2. Then you're going to hit this big red button. On. You're gonna see a green light. Give it a minute. There it is.
Hit the button, love.
Green light. Boom. Okay, my humble opinion here. I think this is awesome. It is not that loud for 10,000 watts. It is much quieter. Yeah, it's awesome. I'm loving it. And it's just a big, huge piece of cool man tech.
That you started for the very first time.
I started it. Woo-hoo!
Okay, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to put the covers back on the side. I'm going to let it run a little bit. Then we're going to do some tests. We're going to let it run for a long time, put a little bit of load on it, make sure that works. And then we're going to switch it over to propane and make sure we can easily do that. But you just saw Nikki. First time I just told her what to do and she's like boom, 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 press the button and it started up perfect. I think that's a really good threshold, but let's torture it a little bit, make sure it really works.
And you'll see those doors. Let me see the door cup. Look here, it's got a sound barrier, so. Oh yeah, that just got quieter. Breaking back in. The sound just got a lot quieter. This is nothing for a generator. It is super quiet. Like half the sound. That's awesome. I haven't seen that before. Have you seen that before, sir?
You actually have seen this before because if you remember the generator, which is much smaller than this that we had for an RV, was an inverter generator, which is important. This is an inverter generator. They're always more quiet and they are much better technically because they have a pure sine wave, which means the electricity is really clean and won't ruin your electronics, like the computers and that kind of stuff. Yeah, fancy, cool stuff.
Fancy, fancy. Really loving it. And I'm sure the neighbors are too.
Okay, here we go. This is test number 1. This isn't a science test, but a good estimation. I put about a gallon of gas in the generator, and I have here a 12,000 BTU air conditioner, portable air conditioner. This could be a simple test. First off, we're gonna start this, and then we're gonna turn this on so you can hear the difference in the sound, like as it takes on a load. And then we're just gonna let it run, and we'll see roughly about how long 1 gallon of gas will run a heavy load so that you have an idea what to expect when you're using this powers out for a couple days long term. So how about we go kick that off now? All right, here we go, 12,000 BTUs. That's a core design for generators that actually doesn't come with this kit, which is kind of interesting that it doesn't come with this kit. But we'll include a link in the description if you want a cord. Here we go, full power. I have so much cold air coming out. It's actually 90 degrees out, and it is trying to make it 73 degrees. AC full blast, and I honestly didn't even have to kick this thing up. That's pretty amazing. And this thing has been running all afternoon. Let me see, do we still have cold air? Oh, we still have cold air coming out of here. This definitely says we're on empty. What do we got here? 4.4 hours. It has been running that air conditioner for 4.4 hours on at most a gallon and a half. We gotta move on from this and go to the next thing, right? So the next test is, let's plug in some propane and see how easy it is to switch over to propane as a fuel. All right, if we were to take the instructions at face value, this should be super straightforward and easy. We're gonna use the hose that comes with the kit. Let's first plug it into the liquid propane gas. There we go. Connect that there. Connect this to the inlet. Pull the sleeve. Connect it. There it goes, pops on. Let's open the gas. Turn this to the selection for propane. Press that start button. There we go. All right, we've switched over to propane. Oh, so it's reset. Look at that, it reset the clock. Okay, that could not have been any simpler to switch that over. That is crazy cool. All right, this may not look the most refined conclusion to this video, but I like to keep things raw and real, right? Because that's what you really want to know. You watched it run for over 4 hours, running this giant air conditioner for, let's be generous, let's say a gallon and a half, no issues whatsoever. You also watched me come switch it over to propane in 2 seconds like that, no issues whatsoever. It comes with a really nice big heavy duty hose if you want to hook it up for your natural gas line here in the house. We're definitely going to do that ourselves. This is absolutely a keeper. You cannot possibly go wrong with this. This is so freaking cool. It's unbelievable. So if you want this, there is a link either right here on the screen or it's going to be down in the description. Please use that. It helps out the channel, and I'm going to say thank you in advance. Doesn't cost you anything extra, but definitely makes it so we can make more content for you. So I'm going to say thank you. Remember to like and subscribe for more real reviews like this. Also, while you're down there, put in the comments, what are you going to use it for? I will tell you, I'll start the conversation, right? I am going to actually use this in our house here. We do have a whole house generator, but it only covers like the basic living area. The kitchen, the main air conditioning, the living areas, and our bedrooms. The guest bedrooms, and of course my office upstairs are not covered by that generator, but I'm having an electrician coming in right now to put in that transfer switch, and this thing's going to power the balance of the house. I am so excited as that is an option, and this is the real world answer to how I'm going to use this. So why don't you put in the comments, how are you going to use this? I'm curious to see what you're thinking about that. I could think of a whole bunch of really cool uses, but that's going to be my real world use for this generator. I hope this video has been helpful. Remember to subscribe if you want to see more cool videos like this. I'll see you in the next video.
Oh yeah, actually you're fine.
It's nice and cool, right?
The blonde hair blowing.